Hi, I'm Zoriana Kidd.
And I'm Jamie Philbrick.
And you are here watching the red carpet arrival of the American Cinematheque tribute to Robert Downey Jr.
He's got a big heart. He's a good man, you know.
Oh, look at this. Oh.
Let it not be said that there was maybe a tryst.
You and Robert Downey Jr. have been friends for a long time.
A long time. It's gone back like, at least 21 years. Yeah, 21.
So do you remember the first time you met him?
I do.
What was that like? Did you guys click immediately?
Yeah, pretty much. It was in Toronto, and Robert was off the wall. We went to a restaurant, and he educated me in how to say subliminal things to people within the first 5 minutes that they meet you that sort of registers in their head.
Does that work?
It does work, because people were disarmed by the fact that there was Robert Downey Jr. and I sitting there, and they'd come up and he would say, "Oh, so nice to see you. Would you like me to sign an autograph? You'll pay for my dinner." And then he'd go on with the conversation, and then they'd offer to pay for dinner.
Congratulations on this special evening.
It should be really fun. All my pals are here, and my family's here, the missus, her family, and they're going to show a bunch of stuff, and people are going to crack jokes, and then I'm going to probably have a 15-hour acceptance speech. This should be a really interesting year coming out. I'm just crazy about Sherlock 2. I think it turned out really well, and to find out, that Avengers was the most downloaded, blah, 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 ever. It's good. It's good for business. What's important is, are the movies any good into the audiences like them? They've been enormously kind to me, and they provided me opportunities I never would have had.
You know what? He's a good guy. He is. He's thoughtful and he's kind, and I think you feel for him. I think you can see that his wit and his brilliance and all of that also covers somebody who has had a lot of bad things happen to him, So I think your heart goes out to him. You just want to put your arms around him. I think he should be nervous because I think he's going to be roasted mercilessly.
How did you come about to be in this film? I mean, did you two?
I'm going to tell you. People don't know there's a lottery that's much like where they pick the ping pong ball out of the thing, but it's not that old. They have a computer system, and it was purely random. And thank God the guy they picked before me had passed away, and so I got the part. Twitter's my thing, and then I still have my ham radio set, if anybody's out there on ham radio.
So what brings you to the Cinematheque? Do you know Robert?
I don't. I just happen to be a giant fan, huge fan.
Oh, are you getting a chance to do other projects as well?
Well, this summer I did a little film in New York, and like I said, I did a play, and really I'm just back to reading and auditioning and kind of seeing what's next. I don't know what's next. It's scary and exciting.
To me, I found him to be in that great tradition of leading actors of theatre companies or films, in that he used his position to make sure that the other people, myself, got what they needed, were protected from the sort of the machine, and you had an opportunity to do your best work, and I found him to be incredibly generous.
I think he's a great guy. He's great to hang out with. We have a lot of fun together. 2 days ago, we were on the looping stage, the ADR stage, and I was laughing hysterically. So it's always good to spend time with him.
We've been friends for years, and I'm very, obviously very proud of all the great work he's done. And also his personal story. I think it's a great lesson for all of us in terms of his resilience and what he's done. And he and his wife are a great team. He and Susan are really a great partnership.
What's his, Richard the Third? Richard, Richard the Third?
Yes.
He's so good.
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen's Richard III, but instead of French, they play him American, Annette Bening and Robert Downey. But neither of them do any faux mid-Atlantic kind of accent. They just speak the Shakespeare purely and brilliantly. I mean, I wasn't crazy about the film Chaplin, but I was blown away by Robert Downey's performance as Chaplin.